They had the talent, they had the names, they had a generation that was golden. Yet, this team never won anything in their prime. जी हाँ, हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं about England and its golden generation that flattered to deceive and disappointed every single football fan. It never came home, but in today's video, for all of you watching this at home, I'll be speaking about how England's golden generation self-inflicted their own wounds and failed to actually do anything in our lifetime. तो चलिए वीडियो शुरू करते हैं. France 1998. I remember Michael Owen was an emerging forward from Liverpool, and he actually lit up the world by scoring an outrageous solo goal against England's rivals in the continental stage, Argentina. David Beckham, another famous son of Manchester United, got a red card in that game and was widely criticized by the English media, जिसके बारे में हम eventually बात करेंगे. England got knocked out to Argentina in 1998, and once again there were questions about their credibility at an international level. The only two bright spots were obviously Michael Owen and David Beckham, but something strange happened in the early 2000s. This was that the Premier League became the dominant league in the world. Serie A, Italian Serie A, was on the downfall, and the English Premier League began to attract a lot of viewership. That brought in a lot of money, and that brought in a lot of talent. Clubs could invest, and we saw some superstars come out from the ranks. Beckham की बात करें, of course Beckham had Gary Neville, Paul Scholes, who were his England mates. Michael Owen got Steven Gerrard from Liverpool. There was obviously John Terry, Rio Ferdinand, Sol Campbell in the defensive ranks. And of course, Ashley Cole as well that emerged. But in 2002, एक और बार England flattered to deceive. इस बार World Cup था South Korea और Japan में. I think the only crowning moment was England managed to get revenge against Argentina. 1998 में Beckham को मीडिया ने completely obliterate किया. उसको बोला कि he is still a child. The 10 other guys are men. Beckham is, I mean, it was awful the way that he was treated after that defeat. In 2002, Beckham scored the winning penalty and managed to kind of silence those critics and those demons. But England once again fell short to eventual champions Brazil. 2002 में, I would say England did better, but once again they were short. Let's cut to Euro 2004. Euro 2004 में we saw Wayne Rooney emerge as one of the hottest prospects of English football. The teenager had set the Premier League alight, earning a big move from Everton to Manchester United later on in his career. But उस समय में a fresh-faced Wayne Rooney partnered up with Michael Owen, and that midfield had Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes, Beckham, all playing in their prime. A defense that had Terry, Ferdinand, Ashley Cole, all geared up to become probably one of the tournament's favorites. I still remember that England-France game in the group stage, जहाँ पे England were leading 1-0 until stoppage time, until those two Zinedine Zidane free kicks that killed England's hopes. And that was kind of symbolic क्योंकि England would later on fall to Portugal in the Euro 2004. Wayne Rooney का तो breakout international tournament था, but Paul Scholes announced his retirement. Now, the man behind all of this, the manager behind all of this, Sven-Göran Eriksson, was a legendary figure, of course. But given his successes in club football, he really couldn't replicate that in international football with England. There was another chance for him and England in the World Cup in 2006. England's qualification to the 2002 World Cup was actually stuff of fairy tale. क्योंकि उस समय में इंग्लैंड का जो गोल्डन जनरेशन अब तक उभर के आया नहीं था, right? And when England played Germany, you thought that it was a routine German win in the qualification stage, that is. But somehow England managed to pull off a performance of a lifetime when they beat Germany 5-1 in their own backyard. After that, David Beckham's late goal against Greece at Old Trafford, which is quite iconic, sent England to the 2002 World Cup. Okay, 2006 World Cup में England came into the tournament as one of the favorites to win because the golden generation who had done so well in Euro 2004, it looked like कि 2006 में तो यार England का ही World Cup है. The stars that were assembled were absolutely mind-boggling. But yet, once again, England fell short in the 2006 World Cup. And that was the end of Sven-Göran Eriksson. His golden generation had flattered to deceive in the 2002 World Cup, Euro 2004 and now World Cup 2006. अब अगला टूर्नामेंट था Euro 2008. Sven went away, Steve McLaren came in and England did not qualify. England just had to draw to Croatia at home but ended up losing to Croatia. Luka Modric, the emerging talent from Croatia, and that meant England did not make the plane to Euro 2008. This was a huge point in England's footballing history क्योंकि यार you cannot imagine that England team not qualifying for a major tournament. Honestly. And जब 2010 World Cup आया था, a lot of the golden gen wale players were almost reaching their twilight of their careers. Now helmed by Italian Fabio Capello, a strict disciplinarian who brought in the ethos of Italian football, structure, defensive compatibility, maximizing resources. Unfortunately for Fabio Capello, even his magic couldn't work with the England national team in what was one of the most embarrassing performances ever for England at an international stage. The 2010 World Cup mein internal tensions within the England squad was so bad. I know the French had a mutiny. I'm sure even the English had a mutiny. It just didn't come out. There was some serious unrest between the players and even Capello, who was so experienced, couldn't contain the situation. England का जो performance था, they just couldn't score goals. In a team studded with superstars, they were one of the least creative teams of the tournament. Draws against the US, a disappointing 0-0 draw against Algeria, and just scoring a single goal against Slovenia. England barely managed to get out of the group, where once again they met their arch foes in Europe, Germany, in the round of 16. अब वो Lampard का एक controversial goal था, had goal line technology been there, of course it was a goal, but in my opinion, even if England had scored that goal, Germany were simply too better on the day. They would have won the tie either ways. 4-1 was the final score and England suffered yet another defeat, yet another embarrassing campaign with all the world's eyes on them. Capello resigned and I think with that the golden generation of England finally came to an end. Now let me get to the main reasons कि ये golden generation क्यों fail हुआ. Unrest में आपको बता रहा था, England में the lack of unity was quite obvious. The club players stuck with each other. Same club वाले जो players हैं, they stuck with each other. And like I mentioned to you, the Premier League at that time was the most dominant league. They were dominating European football उस समय पे. You had so many all-English finals in the UEFA Champions League. तो Chelsea, मैन यूनाइटेड, लिवरपूल के जो प्लेयर्स थे उनका आपस में बिल्कुल जम ही नहीं रहा था इन द इंग्लैंड स्क्वाड. नाउ दिस इज व्हाट अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैव एक्चुअली स्पेक्यूलेटेड. अब इसमें थोड़ा बहुत तो रियलिटी है, थोड़ा बहुत तो सच्चाई है ही, because a few players have come out and said, yeah, you know, we didn't get along, there were camps and stuff like that. So there is some truth to that particular allegation, so to say. But that unrest doesn't really help in an international tournament. You saw 2006 में how united the Italy team was, 2010 में how united the Spanish team was. अभी Argentina 2022, they were so united. So definitely, squad harmony definitely goes a long way in a team being successful in a tournament like a knockout tournament like a FIFA World Cup. So England ka lack of harmony definitely costed them in the long run, in my opinion. Secondly, I would say they chose managers who did not suit the style. Now, just imagine, okay, let me give you a scenario. Had Carlo Ancelotti been the England manager, I think they would have been far more successful because you need someone who can manage egos. Now, the English players obviously had huge egos. So, someone like Ancelotti who can manage the egos and someone who is as tactically brilliant as him, I think it would have worked for England. Now, tactical मैंने क्यों बोला? Because सबसे बड़ा सवाल था कि why can't Lampard and Gerrard play together? Individually brilliant for the respective clubs, Chelsea and Liverpool, but at national level, in England colours, they really couldn't cut it. Now, in my opinion, once again, when Capello got Gareth Barry over there, I felt that Lampard and Gerrard thoda sa started playing better. But that was just maybe against lesser opposition. But in the games that really mattered, I think England's tactical setup did not really work. Paul Scholes took a retirement. In fact, after that Euro 2004 wala knockout against Portugal, I think he kind of announced his retirement on the flight back to Heathrow. 2006 में you had that infamous Wayne Rooney incident with Cristiano Ronaldo. The red mist जो David Beckham का 1998 में था, Wayne Rooney was allegedly also part of the whole red mist जहाँ पे discipline actually cost them. And now this brings me to the final point. The English media are unforgiving. There is always a focus on the players' personal lives, their wives and girlfriends, wags जो बोलते हैं, more than the actual football. एक छोटा सा चीज उन लोग out of proportion उन लोग फैला देते हैं, and that causes so much of disruption. In fact, I strongly believe that unka jo media hai has really pressurized these players, and we've seen that. Like Liverpool fans, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to Son. I don't want to explain and go any further in that particular aspect. But आपने देखा है, even there are certain biases towards black players of English origin. You saw what happened after the Euro 2020 penalty shootout, right? There is an issue, and whether you accept it or not, there is a certain bias towards players of a certain skin color. And I'm saying this with utmost responsibility. Now the players themselves are united, but when you have media interfering with all of this, how can there be balance? How can there be harmony within the players? I mean, it's extremely sad to see a bunch of talented players जिनका पूरा उठना बैठना everything is analyzed, micro-analyzed and televised for an audience. It's really sad. And I think that's one of the reasons why England actually, the golden generation in fact, to be very specific, failed to win anything. So be it the tactical aspect of it, be it the media angle of it, or just the lack of unity, England's golden generation will always go down as a what if. What if England won Euro 2004? What if England won the World Cup 2006? What if generation ही unfortunately बन गया है. आज के modern day में Gareth Southgate has definitely had a lot of help with the Premier League now growing. So that's how he actually did not, I would say he was very smart in the way that he set up his England team. The players complemented each other. They actually had deep runs and were quite unlucky not to win a tournament here or there. England in the under 17, under 19, under 21 levels actually have been quite successful. The Premier League is what it is today. The best minds, the best coaches are working in the Premier League. The players are still coming through the ranks from a lot of different academies. Yeah, we had the pleasure of watching the under 17 World Cup right here at home. A lot of those players are now stars for England. And Thomas Tuchel has taken over. Another foreign coach has taken over. This time, I honestly believe with Thomas Tuchel's tactical acumen and with the players that England have, the likes of Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, Saka, जो भी हो, I think England का जो drought है after the 1966 World Cup win will end in the near future. That is my prediction. It could happen in 26, it could happen after that, but I'm sure that eventually football will come home. And that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, do consider subscribing to my channel to support my endeavors. एंड अगर आप नए हो तो शेयर करना आपके फ्रेंड्स के साथ में, एंड ऑफ कोर्स कमेंट करना, शेयर योर थॉट्स, स्पेशली इफ यू आर एन इंग्लैंड नेशनल टीम फैन, शेयर योर थॉट्स ऑन व्हाट हैज बीन a very traumatic journey that has been marred with a lot of penalty shootout heartbreaks. I didn't get into that because यार penalty shootouts एक lottery जैसा होता है. Unfortunately England in that golden generation especially lost a lot of times on penalty shootouts. But yeah, share your heartbreaks, share your thoughts. I'll be back with another video sometime soon. Until next time, stay safe and ciao ciao.